What's up, big ballers, shot callers? Big Ken here. Welcome from the Grids Room Sports Talk Show. Joined by my co-host Monty Brown. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Wow, tried to set up. Forgot to mention this earlier, but I was trying to set up and watch that baseball game last night, and I just couldn't do
18
it.
innings.
Man, 14th inning, I was a goner. I said, forget it. Man. So I
Yeah,
watched that Monday
man.
night football game. Our Cowboys disappointed me again with that sorry defense, and I don't know about that, but hey, not a good week for college coaches.
Nope, not a good week at all for college coaches.
So wow,
Um,
man,
nope.
NBA has its problems, so it looks like we got a full show today, huh?
We got a full show. We got a full show, and like Monty said, yeah, man. There's been the NBA gambling ring. We're gonna talk about that. That's probably gonna be our first subject. But some other things we'll talk about. Yeah, LSU coach Brian Kelly got fired. He has a $50 million buyout though, which is a lot.
Wow.
Um, uh, NFL. Obviously, we're gonna talk about a couple of top 25 matchups this weekend. Um, NFL news, NFL talk. Skattebo, gruesome ankle injury,
Yeah.
out for the year. He was having a really good rookie year with his partner in crime, Dart, the quarterback. They've brought some life to the New York Giants. We know this,
Mhm.
but he's out. Even though they're losing games, they're playing hard and they look more competitive. But they've won a couple since they've been there. But yeah, he's out though for the year. Chiefs are starting to look good. Chiefs are starting to
Mhm.
look like the old Chiefs. They're getting kind of scary. New England Patriots have won 5 in a row. And then the Love Rodgers matchup, back in Green Bay, Love had a field day, 350 passing yards, 20 straight
Mhm.
completions, over 350 passing yards, 20 straight completions. He had a monster of a day. So we'll talk about that. But let's talk about Cowboys defense later too, how bad our Cowboys defense is. But before we get into football talk, let's get into this NBA gambling ring thing. I researched it a little bit today, and obviously Chauncey Billups is involved, and he's a big name in NBA because he won a ring with the Detroit Pistons. He's a big name in NBA. Terry
Yes.
Rozier, who I think is a current player. There's Mafia ties to this with Chauncey Billups and what he
Mhm.
was doing. We can talk about in a second. And then there's a couple other names dropped, like a former player, Damon Jones, I think, and then Jonte Porter is like banned from like Toronto Raptors games. I don't know if he was a former Toronto Raptor player, but I know the main two guys are Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier. So what's your thoughts on this, Monty?
Man, you know what? This is the last thing the NBA needed right now. It already they have a black eye. I mean,
Yeah, they have a bad image.
supposedly,
Yeah.
man, that's terrible. And this is just going to make it worse. I mean, Billups apparently rigging poker games,
Yep. I got some
like
info
you
on that.
mentioned.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the depth of it, but Mafia ties to it.
Yep.
I know over 30 people have been arrested,
Mhm.
including men or women have you involved in the Mafia. Just these 3 or 4 people involved in the NBA were along with it. Rozier, from what I understand, he contacted a friend of his, told him, "Hey, after this first quarter, I'm going to sit out. I'm going to fake this knee injury or leg injury, and that way the people who bet the unders on him will get will hit their numbers on the under." Um, NBA did some research on that, and that's what they found allegedly. So I don't know. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see what happens if all this is true or not true. But I was reading this could be up to this could convicted up to a 20-year sentence, prison. It's that serious.
That's
That
serious.
serious. And I don't have to tell you how pro sports is about their gambling. I mean, we'll talk about baseball for a minute. Pete Rose still isn't in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
I mean, the man passed away, and he's still not there over gambling.
Hmm.
As far as I know, if he's not there, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm
I
wrong,
think he's not there still.
yeah,
He betted
I
on his
think he
own.
will be.
I don't think, I can't remember if he betted on his own team or just on other teams. I don't think he betted on his own team. He betted on other teams, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I know he did
So I
something
mean,
really bad. Yeah, he was betting on games. I can't remember, but it was really bad. He's still not in the Hall of Fame. You're right.
yeah. So yeah, gambling's darn near unforgivable in pro sports. I mean, they don't tolerate it. Uh, NBA's gonna make an example out of these guys if they're convicted for sure. Yeah, well, if not, the government will. I mean, it's far beyond the NBA. It's pretty deep. Mafia ties, come on, man. I mean, it's pretty serious.
Yeah, it's very serious. Yeah, Chauncey Billups with the Mafia Ties. Yeah, he was like a face figure because of his name. Like he was basically like luring, from what I read, he was luring these victims in because he's a big, like I said, he's a big name in professional sports, and he was luring these people in, and they were doing some like wireless cheating thing. Like
Yes.
they were cheating these people, and he was bringing them down there to this wherever they did that. He was like their face guy. So
Yeah.
that's what I read. Then yeah,
Yeah. I
Terry,
read.
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, and then Terry Rozier was just more like you said about giving out public, non-public game info for betting purposes, like you said. But he had very specifics about him faking his own, knee injury. I don't know if he did anything else other than that, like with other non-public game info. But he took himself out of a game. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's insane, dude. Uh,
Yeah. As far as the cheating for poker, from what I understand, there were marked cards involved. I guess where when you lay your cards down on the table, there's something there that can actually read your card.
mm,
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know much about poker. I don't play poker, but
I don't play poker
I,
either, but
I,
yeah,
I know how
it's a big
serious it
deal. Those
is.
people are seriously
Yeah,
into it. Yeah, they have
yeah,
shows
yeah.
on
They have
TV
poker
about it.
leagues. So yeah. So I mean that this is huge, man. And we'll wait and see what happens. But I don't like it. I mean, I don't like it. I mean, the NBA doesn't need this. I mean, that's
I
for
don't
sure.
like
But
it. I mean, it's not
yeah,
good for anybody, but Chauncey Billups, man, like, come on, man. Like, I didn't. He just got hired here as a Portland Trailblazers coach. My son just went to the game. Obviously, he wasn't there because
yeah,
of this whole incident, but my son went to the Portland Trailblazers Golden State Warriors game. He saw Steph Curry. I mean,
mhm.
but the Trailblazers blew him out. I mean,
Yeah.
Curry played well, but Trailblazers are off to a really good start here. They seem like they have a pretty good team, but yeah, people were excited about Chauncey Billups coming up here this neck of the woods. I think this was his first year, and
Yeah,
he just got here. He's
yeah.
done. I don't
Well,
know what Portland
NBA,
Trailblazers have done as of right now. If they suspend him or if he's still, I'm assuming they're not going to let him coach, but he isn't convicted yet. But I don't know. Uh,
no, he and Rozier were suspended. Were suspended indefinitely. Neither one of those two were there. I'm not sure about Jones's depth on him or what's going on with him, but I know those two for now. I guess pending further investigation. But yeah, Billups, NBA champ. I think he was the MVP of that finals when they beat the Lakers, if I'm not
yeah,
mistaken.
yeah.
And
He was hard to
yeah,
stop. He was a big guard that can. Yeah, he was good.
yeah. So man, I don't know. This I haven't lost. I'm at a loss for words for this.
So am I. Yeah, I'm surprised. It's the last thing the NBA needed. With their image is already struggling,
Yes.
and their TV ratings have been going down the past decade, and it's just gonna get worse. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't good. Not good at all. Uh, I also don't know why they would do something like that. They're already rich. They're already millionaires. I mean, why do people
Yeah.
do this?
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know what they had to gain by this. I have
I don't know what they have
no
to
clue.
gain either. Like, you don't need money.
Yeah.
You got plenty of money.
Right.
Um, Chauncey Billups has an NBA coaching job. Those guys get paid decent money, maybe as much as players, but he's making pretty good money being an NBA coach this year. His first year in
Right.
Portland.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I mean, Terry Rozier was currently playing. I think it's a current
Mhm.
player at the time, so he's making money. So I don't get it. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
I understand it.
Because the league minimum's damn near $1 million just to sit on the bench.
Yeah,
So, I mean, and he wasn't sitting on the bench. Rozier was decent. He wasn't like NBA All-Star level, but he was decent, so
yeah.
pretty good. So he was making some millions, you know. That's crazy. But yeah, people let us know your thoughts. But yeah, that's bad, bad, bad. What do you think about this? That's bad. It's bad for the NBA. Let's talk about Brian Kelly. Let's switch over to college football. Brian Kelly getting fired. LSU got a good start this year. I thought this might be the year where he might do it. Their quarterback came back, didn't go to the NFL draft, like I already mentioned on a couple of shows already earlier this year. But they got their butts kicked by Texas A&M. I think 48-25. Their third loss of the year. They're now 5-3 after being in the top five. I think they're out of the top 25 now. They were like number three at one point. They had
Wow,
a
yeah.
really good. They had a really good start, and now they are 5-3. And Brian Kelly is out.
Mhm.
So what's your thoughts?
Well, like I mentioned, not a good year for coaches. I think the Florida coach was fired a week or so ago, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Um, SEC, they're not playing. They're not playing. You have these new teams that are in the SEC now competing. You got Texas in there. You have, I think A&M's in there now.
A&M's in there.
Um,
This was an SEC
so
game, yeah. Yep.
yeah,
He's been
so
in SEC for a while, several years now.
so man, I mean, and you got LSU who I don't know when's the last time I seen them with three losses. I
Hmm.
mean, it's been a while. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to just salvage the season. I mean, I think their chances for a national title is out, but man, just to have a respectable season from here on out. I don't know who their interim coach is. I have no clue, but man, they just did this to make a statement. I don't know if they're, and I heard this about Florida, if they're looking at Nick Saban and get him out of retirement. I doubt it. I think he's happy up in the booth with these guys. I don't see it.
I think he's happy. I don't think I know he's not a fan of NIL,
Right,
but
right.
I
I
think he's
mean,
not. I don't think Saban's coming back to coaching.
right. So I don't know. I mean, boy, that buyout's big. I mean, they're they're paying them a lot that they fired him, but man, to me, it's the beginning of this. We're going to see a lot of coaches with short leashes now. I mean, it's win now. You don't have 2 or 3 years to build a team anymore. Like you mentioned, this NIL, these teams are going to be good right then. I mean, they're expected to be competitive right then and there. I mean, getting new transfers, experienced transfers. LSU has no excuse. So, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
their
tough.
quarterback came back, and I know he's still going to get drafted,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
because he's really good. But I kind of mentioned already in a couple of shows back, his stock might be dropping a little bit because he's had some up and down games.
hmm
Obviously, the talent's there. We all know this, but he's had some questionable decisions at times. I haven't watched all the games, but I know he's been kind of back and forth. Um, Obviously, I still think he'll get drafted, but if he's not careful, he may not be a first round pick anymore.
yes,
Um, but he still has a chance to kind of rebound because if he has a good solid these last like 4 or 5 games, and he's playing under an interim coach and he shows some heart, shows some moxie, shows some leadership, has some lights out games, he could still get. I think he could still play himself back into the first round.
Mhm.
The talent's there for the first round, but he's been doing some boneheaded things and he can drop. It's like the Georgia quarterback who's now a Miami quarterback. He was looking really good at Georgia his first couple of years. Carson Beck, and he kind of fell off the map.
yes,
For the most part, he's had a pretty good year at Miami. He's kind of put himself back in there in the mix a little bit because Miami's still in the top 10.
yeah.
So
That loss last, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. Didn't hurt, but he's still up there.
yeah,
I mean,
he's
it didn't
up
help.
there.
Didn't help him. Yeah,
It didn't help him, but he's had a good year overall.
yeah,
I think he's okay.
yeah.
Um, Yeah, Brian Kelly just can't get it done. He's a good coach. He's definitely a good hire, because he's won
Yes,
some games, but the national championship has evaded him. He couldn't get it at Notre Dame, can't get it at LSU. He
no,
gets close, but he's just not quite there. But he's definitely a good coach, but he's just not. Well, for one, it's hard to get a national championship. Some guys can do it, some guys
yeah,
can't. But it's been eluding him. Like he's just not quite I guess, enough big of a game kind of coach, like these huge games. That's where he struggled a little bit. Not as bad as the Penn State coach. I mean, Brian Kelly has won some big games, but not good enough to get himself to a national championship, give him the college football playoffs, things like that, kind of deal. But the Penn State coach was horrible against all ranked teams.
Yes.
His
Yeah.
his Franklin's track record was atrocious, like 4 and
Yes.
25 or some
Yeah.
ridiculous crap like that. It was bad. You know,
Wow.
Kelly's not that bad, but he loses his fair share of big games, and that's the problem.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm not surprised he's out in the middle of the year because, like you said, LSU is making a statement, and they lost bad. They lost
Yeah.
really bad. It wasn't like a nail biter game. They the first half was close, but in the second half, Texas A&M just put the butt whooping on them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I think another reason these coaches are on short leashes is, the playoff. You have a better chance of going. I mean, two
yeah,
losses,
good point.
you still have a chance. In some cases, maybe three. But yeah, yeah, it's not looking like. I mean, LSU is going to end the season with just three losses this year. I mean, they might lose a couple more. I mean, this SEC is tough, man. You have we're going to talk about Vanderbilt when they play Texas. That's big.
Yep.
Texas, you got Ole Miss, man. It's top to bottom, so it's tough. So
Yeah.
yeah, you're on a short leash here, especially in the SEC.
Yeah, you brought up a great point because with the new playoff system having 12 teams vice four, it's easier to get in, and Brian Kelly should be good enough to get an LSU
Yes.
team in the top 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the problem. That was
Right.
what you said right there was money because yeah, that is the problem. LSU should be in the top 12. There's
Right.
no way they should be dropping out of the top 25. Yeah, that's bad. That's really, really bad.
Man, no LSU and no Penn State in the top 12. That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It is crazy. And both coaches are fired. Franklin got fired
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and
Yeah.
now it's Brian Kelly. And like you mentioned, the floor coach. He was on the floor coach was on the firing squad last year, but they finished the season
Yeah.
really strong.
Yeah.
Won their bowl game that saved his job, but then they got to another really bad start this year. Now he's gone mid-season. So, yeah, not surprised about him either. Um, let's talk about these top 25 matchups. You already mentioned
Yes.
Week 10 college football. Number 9, Vandy at number 20, Texas.
Wow.
Overall, he is playing better a little bit for Texas. The quarterback, he's playing a little bit better compared to what he did the first half of the year. He seems like he's getting better. So, what do you think about this game?
Man, if I'm going to pick with my head here, but if Vandy wasn't playing anybody else, I would pick him. But just because they're playing Texas, it's at Texas too. So, I mean,
Yep.
and that's a tough place to win. That's a tough place to win. So, I think Texas is favored by a couple of points anyway. I expect a good game. I become a fan of the quarterback. I mean, being up here in Roswell, people are excited because he's from the New Mexico area, up
Hmm.
in Albuquerque, which is about 4 hours from here, 3 hours from here, if I'm not mistaken. But just to watch somebody local do this well against top teams, that says something. So I like this quarterback, but I've become a fan of Vanderbilt as well, just because I used to be at the bottom for so long,
Yeah,
and
me too.
look at them now, man, ranked
Hmm.
number 9. I mean, beating teams like Alabama, which they did last year, beating good teams consistently now. But I'm gonna go with Texas. I hope it's a good game.
I think it'll be a game. I hope it's a good game. I think it will be. I know Vanderbilt will give him a run for the money, but I'm going with Texas too. Uh, like I said, the Texas quarterback, Archie Manning, he's playing better. He didn't do good the first 4 or 5 weeks of the year, but he seems like he's making better decisions. I've looked at his stats recently. He's thrown for like 250 yards a game last week. He seems like he's getting it going, you know. So yeah, I like Texas, but yeah, I like Diego Pavia. Yeah, from New Mexico. I know he started at New Mexico Military Institute. Then he
Mhm.
played for New Mexico
Yes.
State, New Mexico State, which we know New Mexico State, that's UTEP's rivals, is
Yes.
across the street in Las Cruces, and
Yeah.
like 40, 45 minutes outside El Paso, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and now he's at Vanderbilt beating teams like Alabama. And like I said, they're being more consistent this year because last year they beat Alabama, then they kind of fell off and they only
Mhm.
finished 6-6, but they're consistently winning this year. I mean, they've won two top 25 matchups in a row. They beat Mizzou last week, and they beat someone else the week before. So they're not losing. Yeah, they're not dropping top 25 games. So they beat two ranked opponents 2 weeks in a row, which
Yes.
they would never do that before. They would lose like 48-7 or something.
Mhm.
So, or worse. So, yeah, they're making some noise. I
Yes.
hope Vanderbilt could get in the college football playoffs, man. I hope Vandy can do it, but I think Texas will beat them.
Yeah.
Vandy only has one loss right now. Like you said, two lost teams still could make it in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But obviously, Vandy can't get that third loss. If they lose to Texas on Saturday, it won't put them out of the run. They'll be out of the top 12 probably, but they can still get them. They can still play themselves back
Yeah.
in before the end of the year if they win their next, two or three games.
Yeah. They'll probably have to run the table after this.
Yeah, they'll have to run the table. But I like Texas too. I think Texas is hard to play at, and it'll be a no biter. Pavia will keep us on the edge of his
Mhm.
seat with making some plays, making some runs, making some throws. But yeah, I think Texas has got it. Um, the next one is number 18 Oklahoma at number 14 Tennessee.
Mm.
That should be a
Oh,
good
wow.
one. Yeah,
Man, man. This is one I'd like to go to,
yeah.
man.
This would be a
Hey,
good
let's
game to go
take a
to
trip.
visit my dad.
Shoot, man, that'd be oh wow, wow, wow. And to go there to root against Oklahoma, oh, I would love that. Man, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
since
good.
we're
Well,
Texas. Yep, I'm
yes,
amen on that.
shoot, man. But no, I'm gonna go with Tennessee. They're at home. They're at home.
Yeah, I'm
I'm gonna
not
go
going
with
against you on
Tennessee.
that one either. I like Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee is as good as they were last year.
No, no, but they're
I
still
like the
good.
quarterback
Yeah,
better. The quarterback might be better, but as their team as a whole, they're not as good. I mean, obviously, I think they're legit top 25, but I don't think they're, I don't know about them being a playoff team this year. They still might squeak in. You never know, but I don't know about them. I think they were a little bit better last year. But I do think
yes,
Tennessee will win this game at home. Should be good because Oklahoma was much improved. Oklahoma is back on the map like the old Oklahoma, so they're back on the map. So it should be a good game. Um, the last one, this is kind of surprising. Number 17, Cincinnati at number 24, Utah. Cincinnati has come out of nowhere this year. A
mm,
couple years ago, they made the college football playoffs with the old format, the four-team form. Remember that?
yes,
They lost to Alabama, I think,
right,
24-7 or something like that.
right.
Yeah, though. So that
Yeah, it's good. Good to see the Bearcats back in there. I mean, wow. And I know Utah came off a big win. I think they destroyed Colorado last week.
yeah,
Bad, beat them bad. Oh man, that's tough. I'm gonna have to call for Utah on this one, man. This law, if Cincinnati loses, it might knock them out of the top 25. But I think Utah's the better team here.
they are playing at Utah. I don't know a whole lot about Cincinnati this year. I know you. I don't know a whole lot of Utah players, but I know their style. They're ground and
Yeah.
pound, tough-minded coach,
Yes.
tough defense.
Yes.
Obviously, they're good enough to throw when they want to. They can throw. They're not completely one-sided, but their main thing is running, kind of like Michigan. Um, yeah, hard-nosed defense, tough coach that yells at you when you screw up. Like he's a disciplinary guy. But, yeah, you better do what he says, man.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, I won't go get. I'll go with you all three picks. I think Utah will win. I like Cincinnati, but I don't know much. I just don't know. I just don't know enough about them this year to go against Utah at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Same. Hmm.
yeah, so I will go with Utah. Um, so there's only three top 25 games this week. Um, so yeah,
Yeah. I'm trying to look through here, and I'm Indiana shouldn't have any trouble with Maryland.
yeah. Michigan's playing Purdue. They should win that game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That shouldn't be. Ole Miss against South Carolina. Ole Miss shouldn't have any trouble there.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in South Carolina. They got to a good start and they
Yeah,
really fell off. And they finished really strong last year too, like Florida. And I don't know
yeah.
what happened to them.
The Virginia California game could be a good matchup.
Yeah, Virginia's
California
really
can
good
pull
this
off
year, but
the
Cal's not bad. Cal's always decent. Yeah, they're not top
yeah,
25, but they're good enough to beat you. They usually have a good offense. So,
yeah. So yeah, let's watch, see what happens with that one. That might be a possible upset there. We'll see.
yeah, Cal's good enough to do it, but this has been their best year in God knows how long, probably like 20 years.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Virginia hasn't been this good in a long time. They're really good this year. So
right,
they're having a season. Um, let's transition to NFL, brother.
right.
NFL talk. We already kind of mentioned multiple topics, but I guess we could start with what's the? I guess we can start with Skattebo. There's a couple big ones. Love Rogers is big too, but I guess we can start with Skattebo breaking his ankle badly last week, so he's out for the
Man,
year. Hopefully, he still plays football. I think he'll play football, but he's definitely out for at least a year. I
yeah,
didn't see it, but you told me it was really bad, really graphic, worse than the knee injury thing. With you talk about with the Detroit Lions guy.
right, right. It looked worse to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was tough. I mean, it seemed like I mentioned before. It seemed like the Giants found an identity, like a good, tough, physical offense. That's the kind of offense you need to beat Philly, and they showed that a couple weeks ago. I knew they were going to beat Philly this time around with him or not. I mean, that's tough to beat Philly twice. But yeah, that injury's tough, man. I'm hoping that I'm hoping the Giants don't go over the rest of the season. I mean, of course, if they play Dallas, I mean, but man, that's tough. An injury like that could just be a downer for a team. Or on the other side,
could
man, they
motivate
might
him.
rally behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm hoping for the latter that it does motivate them. I hope they do well. Get a couple more wins, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I like that Giants defense. They're very good defense.
Defense is legit. Yeah.
And looks like Jackson Dart's for real. I knew that. I knew that coming from the
Yeah,
beginning of the
you
year.
called that he would replace Russell Wilson by
Yeah,
mid-year. You called that one. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, prayers to him now. I became a fan of his. So quick
Yeah, I
recovery
became
so
a
he can
fan
do
of his
next
too.
year.
It's really sad. Yeah, it
So,
sucks. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, I hope the Giants can win a couple more games too. They still got Jackson Dart, who's a playmaker, but he's already missing Malik Neighbors. Now he's missing Scatabo. There's a couple other good receivers out there.
mhm.
Can't think of their names right now, but their defense is really good. They're, like you said, their defense is going to have to keep them in some
Yeah,
games.
yeah. Very good defense.
If
Yeah.
their defense can keep them in some games, they could still maybe win a couple more games this year. But I really thought that I didn't think they'd make the playoffs, but I thought they would win several games this year and kind of, almost be like maybe close to a 500 team. But I don't think that's going to happen anymore. But I thought they might win 7 or 8 games. But
Mhm.
with the Jackson Dart Scatterbo combination drawing a lot of attention, but not anymore. But hopefully next year they can do it, man. If he comes back, he probably won't be back like mid-season next year. But if but yeah, we'll see. Hopefully they can figure it out. But yeah, prayers to Scatterbo because that was nasty. That was a bad one to look at. This wasn't your
Yes.
average. This wasn't your average injury. It
No.
was bad. Um, all right, the Sunday night matchup: Love and Rogers. Rogers going back to Green Bay, play against his mentee, the mentor versus the mentee. Jordan Love. Jordan Love has over 350 passing yards, 20 straight completions. Rogers didn't have a bad game himself. Rogers looks good this year. I thought he was washed up,
Yeah.
but he looks good.
Yeah.
Even in their losses, he looks good. You know, Pittsburgh got to a fast start, was I think it was up 16-7 at halftime, and the game just like completely flipped in the
Mhm.
second half, and then the final score was 35-25. So yeah, man, what do you think about that? What do you think about that matchup, man? Love is having a really good season. Probably one of his best
Mhm.
ones in his young career.
Yeah. Well, like you, I expected Rodgers for the season to just lay an egg. I mean, look at how he played last year. I didn't think we would see anything different this year, but come to prove me wrong. I
Yep,
mean,
me
part of
too.
it's just playing for the Steelers. It's something about that organization, about that program where you just want to win for that program. Who wouldn't want to be coached by Coach Tomlin? I mean, it's just something about that organization. But yeah, that's well, I mean, what a matchup to go against your old team. Man, I expected the Packers to win this game with their defense anyway. But yeah, good matchup for Sunday Night Football. I mean, didn't see all of it, saw bits and pieces of it. But yeah, Jordan Love played a great game. I mean, it looks like he's wanted to show, hey, I'm the guy that replaced you. So he had a chip on his shoulder.
Sure.
That Green Bay didn't make a mistake replacing him for Rodgers. So it was a lot on the line there. Revenge game for Rodgers and for Jordan Love to show, hey, you didn't make a mistake by picking me to replace that
Yeah, I
man.
like that. That's the part I like about it the most is, yeah, because he had people, you got to put this into perspective. Green Bay's
Yes.
history at quarterback is unreal.
Wow. Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love gets mentored by Aaron Rodgers for his first couple years there, sitting on the bench, learning for the first 2 or 3 years he's in Green Bay. But before Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre was there. So Brett Favre mentored Aaron Rodgers for his first 2 or 3 years. Aaron Rodgers was on
Right.
the bench, learning, watching game tape, picking, Brett Favre's head, like, hey, what are you doing this kind of plays? They're talking, they're have a relationship, right? So same kind of thing. And one interesting thing I forgot to mention is Jordan Love is turning 27 this year, and all the quarterbacks have won the Super Bowl at age 27 in Green Bay. It was Brett Favre's first one, and
Interesting.
Aaron Rodgers got his one and only ring at age 27. So Jordan Love is turning 27 this year, and that's been talked about a lot in the NFL that he is turning 27. The history with quarterbacks
Wow.
turning 27 in Green Bay, I don't want to jinx them, knock on some wood, but they've won Super Bowls.
Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. Wow. Good job. Nice.
Yep, yep. They talk about it on Sunday Night Football. That's how I knew.
Oh, I
And
missed that.
yeah,
Wow. Wow.
yep,
Nice.
yep. So he's playing really good this year. Hope I didn't jinx him, but he's looking good. They made the playoffs 2 years in a row with him. Last year they lost in the first round, but the year before that we know what happened. They upset the Cowboys 2 versus 7 seed, the only 7 seed to beat a 2 seed, I think, in NFL
Mhm.
history. Cowboys got embarrassed in a big way, and Jordan Love lit us up, and the running back
Yeah.
Aaron Jones. We know our guy from UTEP killed us.
Yeah.
That combination killed us. The running and the
Yeah.
passing.
Aaron Jones always does. Yeah.
Yeah, he ran all over us. And then Jordan Love kept on hitting that receiver. I can't remember his damn name. Not was it Wicks? No, he was hitting. What's that dang guy's name? He's still playing for Green Bay.
Yeah. I think the only good game he had his whole career was that.
Yeah,
Yeah. 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 I know you're talking about the tall receiver. Yeah.
yeah, he killed us. Green Bay has that other receiver back, number 9. He had a showing out party. He
Hmm.
had an ACL injury. I know his name's on the tip of my tongue. He had a showing out party against the Cowboys in the midseason, like a couple years ago.
Yes.
This is the one guy where not Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, like he missed, like he didn't pass to him for a while because like he missed the very first pass of he missed a walk in touchdown. He missed
Yeah.
a walk in touchdown on the very first play of the game in
Hmm.
week one. He missed it easy
Yeah. I
and
remember
fell
that.
right out of his hands, and then Aaron Rodgers didn't go back to him for like 6 weeks. I think he
Yeah.
caught maybe like 2 or 3 passes like the next 6 weeks, and then he has his coming out party against the Cowboys later on that year. But I was mad at Aaron Rodgers for not going back to this guy. You can't just like that's not good leadership. You can't just like not go back to him because he drops the first pass of the game. That's a walk-in touchdown. Like it
Hmm.
happened. Like you gotta go back. You gotta give him some confidence. Like why he didn't go back to him. That pissed me off about Rodgers. That's when I was calling
Right.
him to go against Rodgers. Like that's not good leadership. You know, I would throw it right back to him the next play. Like you're gonna catch the
Right.
next one, dude. Like don't have to be a 50-yard bomb again, but maybe an easier catch. Like I didn't like Rodgers stuff. I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but um, Yeah, the Green Bay quarterback situation's interesting. Um,
Yeah.
the Chiefs. What do you think about the Chiefs, man?
Wow, man, I left them for dead like by week 2, and man, they're back to championship form. I mean, man, I mean, well, they had some people missing. They had Rice out suspended.
Yeah, Rice is a big one.
Uh,
Yeah,
they've had injuries. I know their offensive line was questionable after that terrible showing in the Super Bowl. Looks like they got that together. Uh, Man, looks like Kelsey and Mahomes found their chemistry again.
yeah,
Man,
that's
looks
a
like
big
they're
one.
back.
Yeah,
Looks like they're back. So, yeah, yeah, man, it's the AFC's gonna be tough again with Kansas City back on the map. That's for sure. But
yeah,
yeah, I left them for dead. I mean, well, now my pick was Baltimore, and I looks like they're starting to get some people back now. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, to me, Kansas City's back.
yeah. I think they're back. Yeah, the big thing is Travis Kelsey. He looked really slow and old the first 2 or 3 weeks, but he looks like he's back in the form. Like
Yes.
he looks good. He's getting a lot of catches again. He's yeah, he looks like he's running better again because he just looked like maybe he's out of shape. I don't know, but him and Patrick Mahomes have reconnected, like you said. That's a big one, and
Yeah.
like you said, Rice is kind of become their number one guy,
Right.
and then Xavier Worthy's become a good deep threat and
Oh
everything.
yes.
And they still got number 9, Juju Smith-Schuster. He's no joke either.
No, 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 no. Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah,
loaded, man. They're loaded.
they're loaded. I mean, he's not as good as he was in Pittsburgh maybe because he had a couple 100-yard reception seasons in Pittsburgh. He's not quite that, but he's not the number one target anymore though either. But he's a really good option though. I mean,
Oh yes.
yeah, he can make some plays, man. The question for KC is just can they run the ball? We know they can pass the ball. It's running,
Right.
running, running, running. Patrick Mahomes can't be the leading rusher every single damn game. They need a running
No.
back. But I know they got a couple of guys that kind of work by committee. They're not bad. They seem to be getting better. So we'll see. But they definitely look like they're back on the map and they could be a tough out in the playoffs. Um, Last one before we get into our picks. New England Patriots have won 5 freaking games in a row. What do you think about
Hmm,
that?
hmm, hmm.
Drake May is
Well,
Drake May is on fire.
that's why I'm loving it because I have him in one of my fantasy football leagues. So, yes, yeah, man. Like we talked about before, I mean, he has some big shoes to fill. There was some guy named Tom Brady, I think,
Yeah,
playing for him back. He did pretty good, I think.
yeah, I think he did pretty
So,
good.
yeah, but man, for someone to step in and fill those shoes and give Patriots fans something to look forward to in seasons to come, I mean, I like it. I like it. Yeah, I think he's for real. He's for real. Yes.
I think it's for real. Yeah, he showed flashes of it last year, but yeah, he's put it together this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. I don't expect him to like. They'll probably make the playoffs this year. I don't expect them to make a deep run, but yeah, I'm looking like you said more about the future over the next
Yeah.
2 or 3 years, what he can do. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be interesting. New England looks like they're
Yes.
finally back. So yeah, I agree. All right, I think that's was it for our topics before we get into picks.
Hmm.
Let's get into our picks. Week 9 NFL Thursday night football. Two bad teams, but they both won last week. The most surprising team is the Ravens being bad. Ravens at Dolphins.
Oh man.
They both won
Uh,
last week, but
yeah. I did the. Well, now that I look back, it was foolish, but we'll talk about Atlanta in a minute. But I had Minnesota's defense, so I saw that Atlanta was playing Miami. Terrible as Miami has been playing, so I picked up Atlanta's defense to play the Dolphins, and the Dolphins end up winning the game. So I
yeah,
don't know.
that sucks.
I don't know. Looks like the Ravens are back. They're what's his name? Jackson's coming back this week. He's supposed to play. So I think the Ravens are going to get back on the winning track starting Thursday.
Yeah, I think so. They had a must-win game last week. They won. Yeah, I think Ravens win. Derrick Henry is still Derrick Henry. I know he's had some fumbling issues, but he's still a monster. He might have a big second half of the year with Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I expect him to get back on winning track. I still don't trust the Dolphins. So, yeah,
Right.
I got the Ravens. Um, 49ers at Giants. I mean, the 49ers did lose last week, but despite all their injuries, they're still playing pretty well, fairly well overall. Mac Jones is playing well. Christian McCaffrey is playing well.
Mhm.
Their tight end is back, after a hamstring injury. Their receivers are stepping up without both missing all their receivers. They're doing everything by committee. Their defense is doing everything by committee. They're missing Bosa for the year. Their linebacker Warner got
Mhm.
injured for the year too, but they still seem to be holding it together, man. So I got 49ers beating the Giants. So it
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
long trip though. I mean, Giants could win, but I still got 49ers. I think they bounce back.
yeah. I don't know when Brock Purdy's coming back, but like you mentioned, Mac Jones been playing well. Outside of that, they're pretty healthy. So yeah, I'm expecting the 49ers to go into New Jersey and beat the Giants.
Yeah, Giants will win a couple more games like we said, but I don't know if it'll be this one because I think 49ers are better. I mean,
Yeah.
they're just better, and they have a much better pedigree, a lot better track record over the past decade and things like that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I got 49ers. Um, Chargers at Titans. Chargers are 5-3. They lost last week to the Colts, but they were starting to get on track too. So I think, yeah, what do you think on that one?
Man, it should be man, the Titans, they're just rebuilding. I mean, no shame
Yeah,
in that. Uh, they gotta protect Cam Ward. I mean, it's a tough season on him, rookie season, but that's all right. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we'll see what happens a few years from now with this team. But yeah, I'll expect them to beat the Chargers. I have the Chargers to win.
yeah, I got Chargers. Yeah, like I said, Titans are rebuilding. I really like Cam Ward, but he's in his rookie year, number one pick on a bad team. It's hard. So, um, yeah, Chargers got this one. Harbaugh should win this game. They got McConkey. They got
Mhm.
their quarterback who's really good. I mean, they got weapons on offense, and their defense is decent too. Yeah, Chargers win this game. Um, this next game was good on paper at the beginning of the season, but Vikings have fallen apart. But Vikings at Lions.
Mhm. Isn't Carson Wentz hurt too?
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
one good game, then he went back the way he's been playing.
yeah. So, oh man, no, this is normally a good matchup.
Normally would
Uh,
be, and this is a division rivalry, but
hmm
Vikings
hmm
just are not. They're going the wrong way right now.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm taking Detroit at home.
Yep, I got Detroit. I'm with you there. We've been together on all the picks so far. I'm sure we'll disagree at some point, but I'm with you so far. Um, Falcons at the Pats. We know the
Oh,
Pats are on fire. Can the Falcons
yeah,
rebound back? Falcons were looking better than not. They've lost a couple weeks in a row now. Same old Falcons.
yeah. That Bills that when they beat the Bills that night, I guess that was fool's gold. I mean, I was with them all the way, and
Yep.
I don't know about them. I mean, yeah, they're not going to beat the Patriots. I'm going.
Nope.
Yeah, no, I got New England.
No, I got that one too. Still on track. Pats will fall eventually. It is any given Sunday NFL. I mean, Falcons could do it, but I just don't see it. Not the way the Pats are playing, and not the way the Falcons are playing. But you never know. But
Right,
yeah, Pats. This is probably one of the better games of the week. Colts at Steelers.
man. Looks like Indiana Jones is for real, man.
Yeah, he's for real,
Boy,
man.
sheesh. Okay, he found a home. He
Yep.
found a home.
Just like
Wow, wow.
Baker Mayfield in Tampa.
Yeah. Okay, I stand corrected. I mean, I've been dogging in the past couple of years, seasons. So, hey, proving me wrong. I like that. I'm good. I mean,
Daniel Jones looks like he's legit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, I expect him to keep rolling. I'm going to pick Indianapolis.
Ooh,
Hmm.
this is where Indiana Jones is for real. But I had to disagree with you at some point. I will disagree with you. I think Steelers will bounce back in this game.
All right.
Um,
Okay.
they have lost 2 weeks in a row. They went from 4-1 to 4-3, but they still got a good coach. They got Aaron Rodgers. They
All
they
right.
need to figure out what's going on defensively. They got T.J. Watt, but they haven't been playing good lately. But they still got T.J. Watt. I don't know what's going on with their defense overall, but they need to figure that part out. But I don't think the Steelers will lose 3 weeks in a row. If they do, their season's really in trouble.
That'd be tough. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. But I'll still go with
You can
Indianapolis.
stick with the Colts because Indiana Jones is for real. They're
Yeah.
hot right now. They're 7-1.
Yeah.
They get the best record in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's surprising.
Yes.
That's probably been one of the biggest surprises this year was the Colts. Um, Broncos at Texans. Texans are looking better, but Broncos.
Yes.
I mean, Bo Nix is still having a really good second year. He hasn't dropped off from his first year, his rookie year.
No.
So what he got in this one, but Texans are playing better.
They're playing a lot better. Stroud looks like he's back to how he looked his rookie year. I was a little worried about Broncos. I think they have the number one defense in the
Yeah, they're
league.
legit on defense.
Very good defense, man. We saw that. Boy, I'm gonna have to go with Denver.
Yeah, I go with Denver. Even though Texans are playing better,
Hmm.
and I really like CJ Stroud. Yeah, this is at the Texans, so this isn't going to be easy for the Broncos.
No, no, it won't be.
But yeah,
This would be a
Broncos.
big win for Houston if they can pull this off.
Yeah, this would be a huge win. They'll be 4-4.
Yes.
They start off 0-3. They won three out of their last four. If they win this one, yeah, they are definitely back in playoff contention. And they were the last 0-3 team to make the playoffs in 2018.
Hmm.
So I know they're trying to do that again.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I get the Broncos. I think Broncos' defense is just too good. But I think
Hmm.
CJ Stroud will have a decent game. It should be close. Broncos probably win by some kind of game-winning field goal or something.
Yeah.
It'll be close. I got Broncos as well. Bears at Bengals. The Bears have won four in a row, but they finally dropped the game. They're 4-3 now. So Bengals. I really like Flacco's playing pretty good for the Bengals, man.
Yeah. Yeah. That was just a bad loss against the Jets. The Bengals had
Yep.
a terrible loss. Oh
Yeah.
man. Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
We forgot to mention that Jets got their first win. Yeah, I should have
yeah.
mentioned.
That was a bad loss.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a tough pick. I think the Bengals are going to be pretty angry here, and I think they're going to pull off a win at home because of that bad loss.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that. Um, I like the way Flacco's playing overall. He's kind of got a resurgence. He's got this calm demeanor about him. He doesn't panic. He's got the leadership. He's still got Jamar Chase and
Yes.
Higgins. They have a decent tight end also. Um, yeah, I got the Bengals, but Bears and Caleb Williams are playing better.
Mhm. Yes, they are.
Um, I think
Yes.
they'll finish about 500 this year. They won't out. They're not going to be a doormat team anymore. They'll be around 500, but yeah, I think Bengals will bounce back in this one. Um, Panthers at Packers.
Panthers. Okay. Yeah. That.
Panthers are
Uh,
playing better, but they're still not. Yeah, but they're 3-4. They were 3-3, but they lost last week to somebody. But they're 3-4 now.
I think the Panthers got Hubbard back, but from what I understand, they're still going to go with Dowdle as their number one.
Yeah,
But wow, 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 wow.
he's having
Oh
a good
man.
year.
Yeah, very good year. No, that's I don't know. Go with Green Bay. They're at home.
Yeah, it's hard to pick against the Packers at home.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the easier ones. No
yeah.
disrespect to the Panthers fans, but yeah, Packers should have that game. Panthers are better. They're more competitive this year, but I don't think they'll beat Green Bay at home. Um,
Yes.
Saints at the Rams.
Mm. Another team that's rebuilding.
Yep.
Uh, Saints. I mean, Rams shouldn't have any trouble at home.
Yeah.
Rams.
Sean McVay, really good, aggressive head coach, young head coach. He always goes for it. He's not. He's definitely not a yes man. He doesn't play conservative. He plays to win. And I don't know if Puka Nakua is back, but they still have Devontae Adams. They got Matthew Stafford. They have a good running back in Kyrie Williams. Their defense is decent also. Yeah, I got the Rams. And like I said, Saints are rebuilding just like the Tennessee Titans. So yeah, I got Rams. Jags at Raiders. Jags start off hot. They kind of dropped off a little bit, but the
Mhm.
Raiders are doing horrible. So what do you got, man?
Oh man, uh, I don't know about either of these teams.
Yeah, they're hard. It's hard to predict because that this is a hard one.
Mhm. Man, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville. Go with Jacksonville, just because I think they're overall a better team. Not by much, but I think they're the better team out of the two. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville.
I'm gonna go because every dog has its day. I'm gonna go with the Raiders, but I think Jacksonville overall is the better team.
Okay.
But Raiders are due for a win. They're not gonna lose all every single game the rest of the season. They'll get a couple more wins. They have a good head coach in Pete Carroll. I don't know what happened to Gino because Gino was playing good, like the rebuilding
Yeah.
of his career here the last 3 or 4 years. He had to come back player of the year a couple years ago. I don't know what's going on with him, but they still got a lot of weapons, man. I still
Yeah.
know what's going on with them, and they got the coach. Um, so I'll go with Raiders. They got to win a couple more, and this will be one of them.
All right.
Um, this is another freaking good game. Chiefs at the Bills.
Mm. Wow. 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 Boy, that should be the Sunday night game. But I
That
know the
should be
Chiefs
the
just
Sunday
have,
night game. I agree.
yeah. But I guess they just got, playing money night. So yeah, they want to do that to the Chiefs, I think.
Yeah.
Ah, boy, boy.
Bills
I'm gonna
bounced
say
back.
Kansas. Huh?
No, I said the Bills bounced back after losing two in a row. They won big last week.
Yeah, yeah,
They were starting to go the wrong direction, but they had a huge win last week. They blew out somebody. They beat the brakes off of them.
yeah. Boy, that's a tough matchup. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs to keep rolling, man. I'm gonna go with KC.
I want the Bills to win. I know my brother-in-law Chris wants the Bills to
Oh yeah,
win.
yeah, yeah.
God, this is a hard one. The Bills were like 4-1 or whatever. Then they lost
Yeah.
two in a row. Then they were like 4-3 or wherever the heck they were. Then now they won last week. Now they're 5-3 or something like that.
5-2.
5-2. So they were 4-0. Then they were lost two. They were 4-2. Now they're five and
Right.
two.
Yeah.
This is a hard one, man. Um, the Chiefs have been the Buffalo Bills kryptonite. We know this, especially in the playoffs. Um, but this is a regular season game. The Chiefs are
Right.
playing better, but Chiefs are playing better. Bills bounce back after kind of going the wrong direction. They still got a lot of talent themselves.
Yes.
Uh, this is gonna be a shootout, man. God, this is a hard one. I gotta get my mind here.
Hmm.
I'm going with the Bills. That's three.
Okay.
This is
Okay.
the most. This is the most ever. But
Okay.
this is gonna be a hard game. I could very well be wrong on all these picks. This is the hardest one
Hey,
out of all of them.
hey, Buffalo's tough to beat at home, man. So it should be an excellent game. Wow.
It should be excellent. Sunday night football. Seahawks at Commanders. Commanders are going in the wrong direction, but this is a long trip for them.
Oh
So
man,
they
tough
start off the
loss.
season well. I don't happen to Commanders. They've lost like three in a row or four in a row or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh boy. Well, Seahawks is going to Washington actually.
They are. It's at
So,
Commanders. So that's the one advantage Commanders have. This is a very long trip for Seahawks, but
mhm.
Commanders going wrong. I like Mariota as their backup. He's a veteran backup. He can win them some games until old boy comes back.
Yeah.
Seahawks are really they're improved this year. Their defense is really good this year too.
Yes. I'm gonna pick Seattle.
Yep, I'm with you. I think Commanders keep on losing.
Yeah.
Um, I like Mariota. I feel bad for Mariota because I think he's going to play well, but the problem is Seahawks are really good this year. Their
Yes.
defense is good, and their receiver. Jackson Smith and Jigba is on freaking fire. And the
Yes.
quarterback from Minnesota last year is playing well out here in Seattle. Like he's become a fan favorite. Sam Darnold's become a fan favorite really quickly here. He's playing well. Yeah, I got Seattle. Sunday Night Football. Monday Night Football. Our team. Cardinals at the Cowboys.
Oh boy, man. Just like the Broncos, for some reason Dallas has always had trouble with Denver. Right? From what I understand, they haven't beaten them since '95, the Super Bowl year. It's been that long. And in recent meetings, Dallas has had its trouble with Arizona. Why I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. They used to beat the brakes off them in the past, and now it's Arizona's been beaten. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, it's tough. And it wouldn't matter whether it's in Dallas or at in Arizona. But
Yeah, they're
this
not
is
too far
a
away. Yeah.
no. This is a must win for Dallas. They cannot lose this game. Bad as their defense is, and I hate relying on Dak to get 35 points a game, but until they can figure out that defense, yeah, they made adjustments against Washington a couple weeks ago. Great,
They played better that game, yeah, but they got lit up again
but
against Denver. 44 points. That's
yeah,
a lot.
yeah, it's just I don't know if it's a personnel or issue or if the players are having trouble understanding the scheme of Eberflus. Maybe it's a combination of both. I don't know. I don't remember seeing a Cowboy defense this bad. I, I know past in recent years they've had bad defense, but this is the worst I've seen it. So I'm expecting Dak to have another big game. I'm expecting Williams to have a good big game. CD and Pickens to do their thing. They're gonna need them. It's gonna be huge. High score. Dallas to win 38-35.
Yeah, I like that score. I would predict something like that. I think Cowboys will win, but you're like I said, they have had their issues against the Cardinals for whatever reason. Even though the Cowboys have been the better team overall, but they seem to lose to the Cardinals a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cowboys will come out hard because of what happened. They're trying to still fight for their playoff lives. I think the Cowboys win, but it's gonna be they have to win in shootouts this year, and
Yeah.
this will be another one. Um, but I know the Cardinals defense isn't as good as Denver, so that should help out.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no slouches, but they're not the number one defense. They're kind of middle of the pack, I think.
Right.
So yeah, that should help out Dak. One thing we forgot to mention, we want to talk about really quickly is the Eberflus thing. Since you mentioned the Cowboys and the coach, the
Yes.
defensive coordinator, so
Defense.
bring up that, brother, and then we can close.
Well, we're just talking about defense, and uh, it's it's something that we saw coming. I mean, even with Micah there, they defense wasn't that good. They're just worse without him. Uh, Eberflus was pretty much fired out of Chicago last year, and you never know with Jerry Jones, but he should be gone by now. But Jerry Jones normally doesn't fire assistants in the middle of the season, so if they get worse, I expect them to be gone next year. So my question is who would we like Dallas to bring in there for defensive coordinator? I have a couple of names off the top of my head. Um, if the Jets get rid of Aaron Glenn the first year, I would like to see him come in and coach the Dallas
That's a good
defense.
one. Yeah,
Uh, my second pick, this man's been retired for a couple of years. I think he's been retired for a couple of
I know
years,
you're
but
talking about.
you can argue that he's probably the best defensive coordinator to be in the NFL. Not a very good head coach, but defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Wade Phillips.
Yep.
Bring him. Uh, Rex Ryan is out there. I
I
know
was
that
thinking that's who I was thinking of. Rex Ryan was
that's
my
what you were
last
thinking
one.
of. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's claimed that he can fix his defense. So, man, I don't know. We just want him to be. I'm not talking about top five, just middle of the pack.
If they had
Middle of
middle
the
of the pack defense with what their offense is doing this year, they'll be in the playoffs for sure.
yes, easy, easy.
Easy.
So I don't know unless there's a miracle, unless Eberflus decides to just do a complete turnaround on this scheme. Maybe they'll pick somebody up. I know they're talking about a pass rusher. They have two picks that they can use as leverage. Maybe get a corner. I don't know, but yeah, there's a couple of good candidates out there. I mean, assuming Eberflus is not back next year, unless by some miracle they completely turn it around, and if they're in the middle of the pack by the end of this year, okay, he'll be there next year, knowing Jerry Jones. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look good.
I don't think they will be in the middle of the pack. I would like to see him be in the middle of the pack, but I don't think they will be. Um, I just don't lobby for people getting fired, especially after their first year. But yeah, he's definitely not the answer though, unless he just
No,
miraculously turns something around. In his defense, though, I know we talked about this in previous shows. He probably was planning with having Micah Parsons there when he got hired.
right?
I know me and you mentioned that before. So that was a tough loss for him to do that, try to do this without Micah Parsons. But yeah, he's not doing good right now. And the other thing too is how bad he was in Chicago
Yeah,
as a head coach. He still kind of got that buzz going around. So,
yeah,
yeah, he did really bad there. I mean, in his defense, in the coaching business, you are going to get let go from jobs. Like it's hire and fire all the time in NFL and college. These guys are used to that thing, but yeah, he's pretty bad though. So
yeah,
yeah, I like yeah. Rex Ryan's a shit talker, trash talker, but
yeah.
I think he is a pretty good defensive coordinator though.
Yes, yes.
I don't like his attitude all the time, but in kind of a way, you kind of need that, especially on the defensive
Hmm.
side of the ball. You need a kind of a fiery guy, and you have to want to hit, and you have to want to play hard, and you have to yeah, he has that personality
Yeah,
that could work out well, because yeah, he talks, man. But I don't think he was a very good head coach, but I think defensive coordinator, yeah, he's good. So
yeah,
I like Rex Ryan.
yeah, yeah. He said he can fix the defense, so
He probably
man,
could. He is a
yeah,
smart guy. There's no doubt about that.
yeah,
Um, yeah, he will definitely he'll definitely try to come up with something. He would definitely won't. He'll come in with a lot of noise. That's for sure. If they
yeah.
hired him, so a lot of hype. Um, all right, I guess that's really about it for today's show. But what do you got in closing, brother?
Hey, I enjoyed it. Got a game four tonight. I know these guys are tired. I think
Yeah, I need
Otano's
to
going to
turn that
play.
on. Did this start right now? Or is it starting soon?
Yeah, it's about to start in a few minutes, and yeah,
Okay, let me get it on my TV here in a second. Okay.
yeah, not sure who's pitching, but yeah, we got the World Series tonight. Um, Good matchup. So let's see what happens with that. Um, like we always talk about, thank you guys for subscribing, watching. We need your comments, your suggestions, your takes on our. If you have any response to our takes, whether you agree or not, we'd love to hear it.
I'm with you, brother. World Series Game 4. I hope Toronto ties it 2-2 to make this a series. Don't
Yes.
really care who wins, but I like to see Toronto make it 2-2 just to make it go to at least game 6, maybe even a game 7. If Dodgers
Yeah.
win this game, go 3-1, I think it's pretty much over.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But like we opened up the show with, it went to 18 innings last night, extra innings. And the crazy thing about that was it was tied 5-5 after 9 innings. It took them 9 runs to score one more run.
Yeah.
6-5 Dodgers win. Freeman hits a walk-off home run, bottom of the 18th inning. So that game was absolutely after all that
Yeah.
scoring in the first 9 innings, they couldn't score for the next 9 in
Yeah.
extra innings. That was crazy. I don't know how
Six and
many
a half hour
I don't know how many
game.
pitchers they went through a crazy amount of pitchers and oh man, it was insane, man. Yeah, I don't know who's pitching either for this game. I know they didn't want to use their next game their game four starters, but I wonder how good their bullpens are for this game. That's gonna be interesting. Yeah, so what I got in closing, yeah, always thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing,
Yes.
and we'll be back. We'll be back next week for more NFL and college football talk, and we'll see what goes on with this NBA scandal. We'll see if more names get brought up. Like, will this thing get bigger than what it already is?
Yeah.
There's a big
Wow.
chance for that. But all right, folks, have a good night and God bless. Take care.
All right. See y'all.